Hi, this is Majinoni, and welcome to another edition of Let's Talk Previews. Now, this is the October previews, so we're looking at books that are coming out in December 2013. First up from Dark Horse, we have Terminator Salvation. Now, you're probably going, why are you even talking about Terminator Salvation, the final battle? Because we know this is not the final battle. Well, that's because it's written by JMS. So, it's one of those things where most comic fans will just gloss over it, but JMS has a lot of hardcore fans, so I just wanted you guys to be, hey, there's something that he's doing that's not Marvel, DC, Image, and it's a little bit different because it's a licensed property. And this is a 12-issue miniseries, so I like to look at it this way. If you don't necessarily want to buy it, you can wait for the reviews and then buy the trade. And you'll do probably just as well there. I will say, though, the art, though, does look kind of decent, so I might be willing to give it a try. Next up is 47 Ronin. Now, I know for a fact most of you guys probably won't buy this, but I just wanted to point this out. The 47 Ronin is a freaking amazing tale of vengeance. And, like, I only knew part of what was going on with this story based on movies, but I actually read a book on the 47 Ronin. And these people went through hell to go through their revenge. And it's one of those types of tales where I don't think it could ever be duplicated again. What they did and what they held back for so long. But I'm not sure if this particular edition is going to be good or not. But this is going to be, regardless, far better than the story of Keanu Reeves' version of the 47 Ronin. Next up is, if you're looking for eye candy, is Shiro's Ronin Depot 5. Beautiful artwork. You're going to get women with swords, guns, scantily cladded, probably some degree of nudity. At least that's what they've been in some of the previous ones. I have not seen this one, so I don't know what all the artwork is going to be. But for those of you who don't know or don't remember, Shiro's the guy who did Ghost in the Shell and Appleseed. Legendary artist. And this is one of those things that I'm always on the fence to buy just for the artwork because it really is good. But then sometimes I just don't like art books, so I usually don't end up buying them. Okay, for DC, why are you showing Justice League Dark? I'm sure that's what's on most of your minds right now. The reason being is this is probably one of the quickest resurrections ever. Fish King. He dies at the beginning of pre-Forever Evil. Dies before that, going through the teleportation, and he is already alive again. I'm like, DC editors, can't you get your stories straight? First of all, you take Superman's cape, next thing you know, Superman has his cape flying through space. What's up with that? Alright, Justice League 3000. Now, this is DC's another attempt at providing superheroes in the future. Now, personally, I really love the concept of the Legion of Superheroes. But unfortunately, the Legion of Superheroes has so much baggage, and it's really difficult for a new reader to easily jump on it. I always have the problem of jumping on it, trying to figure out what's new, what's changed. It takes a few issues, and then once you get into the groove, if the storyline is good, then it's a good read. But you just have to have that patience, and most readers don't. So what Justice League 3000 is basically, based on this description here, it looks like they're taking the heroes of today and they're moving them to 3000. So it's kind of like you're still reading Superman, Batman, like that you know and love, but they're in different costumes. And this is where I kind of just go, this is a very pathetic attempt at trying to milk more money from your readers by giving them a story like this. And now, granted, I shouldn't really jump on the story that harshly because Keith Giffen he really is a good writer, and he's done many stories that I've really enjoyed. But it's what I'm more upset about is how it's just this lack of originality, where it's like, so what you basically what you did was you took a mannequin and you changed him up in a different costume, and you expect me to go, wow, that's really cool. No, I really want new characters. Give me like the Batman. Heck, I don't even want to see a Batman 3000. That's totally different, like from Beyond. I want to see more Legion of Superhero type stories where they're new characters, but DC just, I guess I don't want to blame DC on this. It's the market that just won't support it. This is what the market supports, and it's a crying shame. Next we're going to have Justice League BC, where it's going to be the heroes of today as cavemen, battling Lex Luthor and Grodd and everybody else like that as cave people. Next up is Superman Wonder Woman. Now, I am not recommending that you buy this book. What I'm suggesting is this. What we have here is, under normal circumstances, Superman can beat Zod. Why do you need Wonder Woman? Next up is Harley Quinn #1. Now, Harley Quinn #1, this is another one of these love-hate books for me, but this is written by Amanda Conner, so it's going to have a nice built-in following. I have a feeling what we're going to see with this book is low orders from the beginning in a lot of stores, and we're probably going to see some stores that are probably going to sell out. Not all of them. I can almost see my comic store selling out. So make sure you put this in your box now before you forget it if this is something that you're going to want. For those of you who did not get all of the DC special event cover books and things like that, this is the $200 monstrosity where you get all of those issues. Now, I'm really only bringing this up for the reason of, please, whatever you do, don't spend $200 if this is what you want. What I would recommend doing is go to places like Amazon, Discount Comic Book Services, and there's other online comic book sites that basically do subscription type services. Like if you go to any of the comic books, sometimes they'll have ads for them in the individual issues. Check those places out, because most likely you're going to see a discount on this. And in all honesty, I mean, even I'm going to put it this way: this could have been the truly blockbuster event where everything was gold, and it in theory would be worth every penny. But I don't want you guys to spend $200 when it's going to be cheaper. You just have to look for it. Like when I bought my Age of Ultron, it was like half price on Discount Comic Book Services. Amazon had it cheaper too. So don't pay full price, whatever you do. Now, for anybody out there who's looking for a Halloween costume idea, may I recommend Sin Boldly. That's all I really have for that one. Now, this is for those DC readers out there that, like a little something special. A Century of Temptation. For those of you who don't know what this story is about, it's after a long shift at the coffee shop. Batista Sevi takes in a seductive vampire named Hornet. But when their one-time tryst turns into a torrid affair, Sevi's feelings come rushing to the surface. Can a human truly care for a creature of the night? A Century of Temptation follows gorgeous vampires as they frolic and feed without restraint. No mortal or monster can predict the instant when their pulse will race at the sight of a brand new mate. But when the end is imminent, is it worth it to fall in love? Let's look on to Marvel now. Marvel in December, what we're looking at is Inhumanity. Now, be very careful. There is going to be Inhumanity tie-ins all over the place. Some of these are going to be good, some of these are bad. I think based from our learning experience from the Infinity or crossovers, that should give you an idea on which ones to look out for, because I really have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of garbage issues, and I think we know where to look for those, so be very careful. But I am actually looking forward to the Inhumanity tie-in. Personally, I think Fraction has a very difficult battle with this one, just in the sense of, Infinity is so far a phenomenal read, and in the Inhumans technically is just another mutant, so to speak, and even though, I mean, I understand they're not mutants, but it's just, it could be perceived as that kind of a title. And, depending upon how he goes, this could really go but poorly. So I'm really hoping for the best. And be very careful with your wallet. Next up is Origin 2. This is the Wolverine Origin issue that takes place after the first Origin series. It's a 5-part series. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it yet. I fear I probably will, but we'll see. The art looked kind of decent, so I really do like Adam Kubert's art, so... Oh wait, is he even drawing the whole thing? Yeah, he is, so we'll see. Like I said, this is one I'm always iffy on, but hopefully it'll be good. For those of the people who are bitching all the time about Peter Parker, well, here we go. Peter Parker, the Amazing Spider-Man, 700.1 to 3, 4, and 5. There's 3, 4, and 5. So you guys can quit your belly aching. We're now spending $4. So we got an extra $20 of Spider-Man comics in 1 month on top of all the other Spider-Man books that we have to buy. And this is, I think, one of those cases where you probably don't need to buy them, but... Oh wow, it's 1 year after his death at the hands of Spider-Man, or Superior Spider-Man, he's back. So, I don't know, maybe this might actually be good. We'll see. Next up is Marvel Knights Hulk Volume 1. Marvel Knights is one of those things that I think I'd like to look at it as it's a mixed bag. In some cases, you can get something really special because this is written more towards an adult. In other cases, it could just be really pathetically bad. So, viewer discretion. But if you're looking for something maybe a little bit different, you want to give it a try. There it is. And here are some trades that I think you might want to be interested in if you're looking for Marvel history and important events. The first up is Spider-Man, the Roger Stern Omnibus. This is basically what you're going to be getting is a lot of the Hobgoblin stuff. And there's a lot of creators that are involved in this. And if you're looking for more of the older Spider-Mans and a more history of the relationship, at least between these two characters, this is definitely a good start to go. I highly recommend it. The only thing that's preventing me from buying it is the price point, since it's $125. But again, this is one of those cases. What I would highly recommend doing is, and I know your comic store is probably going to hate me for saying this because they would probably love that $125. But check Amazon, check Discount Comic Book Services. You might be able to find it for $75, $80. And if you can do that, then I think this is definitely a steal. And this is actually, if you really look at it compared to what's going on in today's books, this is actually far superior storytelling. Okay, X-Men Days of Future Past hardcover. Now, this is another one that it's somewhat based on the movie, and what we have is the fateful event where you see what happens with the X-Men in the future, and the future does not look great with for our heroes. Now, there's actually a lot more than just those key issues. There's annuals, there's a Hulk issue, there's a whole bunch of other stuff in here, and it's only $40. So this is definitely something that I think, if you're looking for a piece of Marvel history, this is one to take a look at. Now, again, Amazon it, Discount Comic Book Service it. Discount Comic Book Services, you might have to wait for it, depending upon how you do their purchases. But Amazon, if you have Amazon Prime, boom, it's at your doorstep, same day release type thing. So, or at least within a day or two, and there's no postage. So, definitely give that a try. Anyways, this is my Let's Look at Previews. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video. Let me know what you are looking forward to in December. Even though if I didn't cover it, just leave a comment down below, like the Facebook link, Crunchyroll anime reviews, and I'll have my pull list and reviews tomorrow. I have to watch anime. Hunter x Hunter is out, and I'm not missing that. So that's it for today.